Tonight I'm going to talk about these MKB42 pouches. These are reproduction pouches. I've found them in France, and I believe that they are manufactured in France. I've seen one in the US, a couple in the UK, but they're almost always in France, coming from auction houses and various shops. They're quite easy to tell that they're not original. There's three or four things to look at very specifically. So this red stripe, it's quite commonly known that there's a red stripe on World War II German pouches and other accessories, but this one is just drawn onto the material. With an original, you can see that it is actually woven into the material. There's more than one type of stripe. You may find, so the first one was 3, the first one was 2, this one has 3. You might find gray, blue, white, yellow, but almost always red on the main body. The side flaps on originals are never leather. They're always the same material as the main body. And they're also sewn through, so all the way through, not back around, but through one side, back through. These are sewn on in a later style, so this is a later pouch, and you can see that the style that it's sewn on with through the top is the same as these ones here. So that's another way to tell. Inside, it gives you the assumption that it was made in 1945. A lot of research has been done on the MKB or the MP series of rifles, and this book is an excellent guide. So pretty much all the details about everything are known about the rifle and have been recorded now. And the pouches, the MKB42 pouches, were out of production by 1944. So there is no government manufacturer was making them in 1945, and that is well recorded information. On the back of these pouches, the leather is it's not dry, it's not supple, it's just thin. It's very thin compared to what you would get on the original pouches. Some people will say that, well, use a black light and it will fluoresce. This actually won't fluoresce. I've tried the black light. The material is good. So you can see that it's just a regular 90-degree weave. It's got 2 threads running horizontally and 1 running vertically on this. This is an original pouch. Again, it's a little bit, it's made out of cellulose. This stuff is really soft. I don't know what this is. It might have been washed several hundred times to get the rough look to it. But the originals, I've never seen an original one in natural color. They're usually green or faded green, but you will still find evidence of the green in the material. This one doesn't have any evidence at all, whereas this is a natural color, and you can see the two side by side, what the difference is. And you know, this is made out of more than 1 weight of material. It's firmer. It's got a better weave. This I don't know what they did. Like I said, I think they washed it, but it's something to avoid, and a good book that shows examples of them is this book. I would recommend it because it's got very good pictures of the pouches. There's probably less than I can safely say there's less than 100 original MKB42 pouches left in the world. You can see how an original one has the flaps sewn over the sides, and they're cloth. Again, the red stripe is clearly woven into it, and the leather on the back is black. This sold, I believe, in the fall of 2017, and it was 5,800 plus pounds, or sorry, 5,800 plus euros. So there's a reason why they make these reproductions to fool people. It's because there's a lot of money, but they're really only worth maybe 100 euros. So it is something to avoid. They look great. I buy as many as I can because I don't have enough pouches for magazines, but you have to understand that they're not original, and don't go spending any money without doing any research on pouches.